What's that?
Tell me about your players.
Well, Jurt, he had a injury. He had a lot of injuries this year, so he didn't play that many games. But I saw him at the end, and he's a exciting player. When I saw him first, I got excited, and then I went back to see him. I saw him, I think, 4 or 5 times at the end, and I thought, he could. He excited me.
Yeah. And what were his injuries? Do you know?
He had something with his leg.
Okay.
So, but everything we checked out, everything should be, fine.
He would have gone much higher if he were healthy. Yes.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But he showed me, very nice potential.
Is this kind of like Tarasov, though, the 1 year when you got him? When he may not have played at all.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. He didn't play at all. I don't think. But we saw him as an underage year, and then, yeah.
When you have as few a picks as that, is that something that you look for and say, who's the guy that might be dropping? Because
I think the way I looked at it was like, okay, who would have most, possible upside, and maybe we could grab him a little bit later.
Okay.
That's,
Because in that way you could
yeah. Because, especially with this guy, he didn't play that much, so people didn't see him as many times.
Yeah. How about the Russian forward?
Yeah, he was another guy. Mostly he played in VHL, which is like a American league, Russian American league, and a couple games. He played few games in KHL.
Yeah.
And then I also saw him at the end with the under-19 national team. He was a captain, big guy, two-way guy. I saw him in April, and he okay, if he hits, then he could be a good player.
He's a good skater.
He moves well he's 6'4", yeah. And he was a captain for that team, and this Russian national team coach, you got to be pretty to be a captain, and he played in all situations, PK, PP, when I saw him, and he trusted him, the coach, which,
What about Tyler Angle? What do you see there?
Chris can tell.
Yeah, again, I saw him a lot the last 2 years. Being a late birthday kid out of Windsor, he just kept popping out at me every time I went to see them play, and I think he's a guy that he has skill, but he plays kind of anywhere you want in a lineup. He just, like I said, every game I went to watch him play, even as an underage, last year, you just saw the progression, and I really liked the way that he was progressing, and he's one of those guys again at that point in the draft, you're trying to make a decision on, he's got skill, but he has that compete and the willingness to battle and engage, and those are things I like. So.
Does that remind you a little bit of Fix Wolanski?
Yeah, yes and no. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's hard. It's hard because I think Fix Wolanski is one of the most skilled guys in that draft last year, as far as just his dimensional skill set with his sense and his hands. And this guy's a little bit different, but similar as far as they both hound the pucks. They both drive to the inside parts of the ice, even though they're not big players. And those are the things that you want to see. If you are on the small side, you want to make sure they're playing in the high traffic areas. And he did that every time I watched him play. I saw Windsor play probably 20 times. So he was a guy that, I figured with not great numbers as a late birthday kid in the OHL, but, you're looking for other things at that point to try and, hang your hat on, and character and compete is certainly what he has. So.
He's obviously have a history in the last 5-6 years, or going back further, getting guys later in the 7th round, type players. Can you tell at this point when you look at a guy and say, that guy's got a shot to be that kind of player? Or
I'd like to say we know what we're getting into when you get in the 7th round. Would that be just to be a lie? And I think when you go to the area scouts, and our area guy really liked him in Windsor too, our Ontario League scout, and his name kept popping back up. And when you keep getting those reports, same thing with last year with our guys out west, Fix Wolanski, and it's one of those things where year we took Nudavara, it was the same thing. Our European guy loved him. So, you want to have that excitement, and you want to make sure you're drafting someone that you as a group are excited about, because when you do, usually that can turn into good things because of the fact that, when you make a pick, there still only gets, this year we had 3, but you're still only getting, in a year with all your picks, 7 picks the entire world. So you want to make sure when you do draft somebody, you're excited about them. I think every year has a unique situation why guys fall or why guys drop. I think this is just one of those things where you hope that what you see in junior level can translate to pro and then NHL.